Welcome to the party, pal. You're from the neighborhood Master Chaos, back with you once again. Today we have a very special episode. We're going to be talking Severin Black Friday sale. They have dropped 8 titles, I guess you could say. 7 titles and one kind of a thing that was a thing. Basically, 8 special things are coming out from Severin for Black Friday. I'm going to break them down for you, give you my 2 cents, and I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. Let's get to it. Of course, the first announcement was the Blu-ray special edition of the Theater Bazaar. This was a movie that Severin produced and had, I think, 5 or 6 different directors. So this is coming special edition for Black Friday. Here's the cover art. Udo Kier has reserved a seat for you. I don't know why it says Udo Kier, because I don't think he plays himself in the movie. The Theater Bazaar there. The directors are Douglas Buck, Buddy Giovanazzo, David Gregory, Kareem Hussein, Jeremy Caston, Tom Savini, and Richard Stanley. The release is coming out in a digipack. Here is the packaging itself. It's a 2-disc set. The second disc is a CD soundtrack, which includes different composers. So if you're a fan of Theater Bazaar, here is the ultimate edition of this anthology. Next up, Severin dropped The Attic Expeditions. This is Jeremy Caston's movie. He was one of the directors on Theater Bazaar. It stars Seth Green and Jeffrey Combs. Also, I think Alice Cooper makes a cameo. Here's a better look at the disc. Looks like Ted Raimi is in it as well. This, honestly, is completely uninteresting to me. I have no interest in owning this movie. It's going to be a running theme with the Severin releases for Black Friday, for me, anyway. Next up is Plaguetown, or A Slaughter in Plaguetown. Of course, this is directed by David Gregory, who runs Severin, and was a director on Theater Bazaar. So by now, we sort of get the hint that Theater Bazaar is going to be sort of the main focus of the Black Friday sale. Plaguetown, I saw it once. It was a fine movie, but nothing I want to own, unfortunately. Here's the creepy slip cover here with the eyeball girl there. And this is the Blu-ray case itself. Creepy artwork there, but again, not a movie that's screaming to be on my shelf. The hits do not keep on coming, in my opinion, with the next announcement, Family Portraits, a trilogy of America. I'd never heard of it. I had no idea what it was about. Apparently, it's another anthology about just really messed up things. Feast your eyes on the disc here, Family Portraits by Douglas Buck. Again, another Theater Bazaar director. This one apparently is very gore-soaked, very gore-heavy kind of movie. Apparently the most famous short here involves people mutilating themselves. So, yeah, if that's your thing, well, there you go, Family Portraits. Next, they dropped 2 titles on us. Technically, they announced Castle of the Creeping Flesh, which is an old kind of castle-type movie. And then the Color Out of Space book on tape. Of course, the famous H.P. Lovecraft story read by Richard Stanley, the director of many classic films, many of which Severin has put out. Not very interesting to me to get an audiobook of a short story read by Richard Stanley. Read by anybody, I would not be interested. Then there's Castle of the Creeping Flesh, which I have no interest in. I did initially, but then I found out it's very dull. It's got about 20 minutes of actual heart surgery footage. Not for me. This is the lovely slip for Castle of the Creeping Flesh, but I think this is sort of designed more to trick people than to entice them to get it, because while this looks cool, I've heard the film is not as interesting as it seems, and I believe it, because I own Horrors of Spider Island, and that's a terrible, terrible movie. But a great cover. Here is what the Blu-ray itself will look like. Gorgeous, excellent artwork, poster-worthy artwork, but this is not, I should say, reminiscent of the movie itself, so keep that in mind. This is, what you see is not necessarily what you get. Here's Color Out of Space, the book on tape. This is the exterior. It's going to come in a purple audio cassette. I don't know how many people have audio cassettes, but hey, you're going to have this one if you buy it. Plus, a digital link to listen to it like you would normally have to listen to it. That's the tape right there. See, I wasn't kidding. It is a purple audio cassette. I mean, I kind of love that. That's very cool, but I don't need that. Next, Severin announced a documentary that they have been working on for a while. This is something we knew was coming. I wondered why they waited so long. This is Tales of the Uncanny. It is a documentary about anthologies. Now, I normally would not have picked this up, especially because about 60% of it is interviews filmed on Zoom, and I really hate that aesthetic. But the reason I'm picking this up, or I want to pick this up, is because it comes with 3 rare, lost, black and white anthology movies from around the world. I need that. That's the cover to the Tales of the Uncanny Blu-ray. As you can see down there, it includes bonus feature films, Eerie Tales, and Unusual Tales. It also comes with a third one, but only if you buy it during Black Friday. This is the extra anthology that you get if you purchase on Black Friday. Edgar Allan Poe's Master of Horror, a chiller to turn your dreams to screams. I love it. I think that's the only American one. The other ones I think are from around the world. The one that is included already is this one. This is a French one, I believe. Histoires Extraordinaires. It's another Edgar Allan Poe adaptation here. Really neat. Looking forward to seeing this one. You're also going to get Grausige Nacht with Conrad Veidt, which is amazing. Conrad Veidt is such a good actor. Very excited to see this one too. It's really neat. I've actually never seen any anthologies, any foreign anthologies, so I'm very excited to see these, especially the fact that they're so old. I think one is from 1919. That's amazing. That's just awesome. Lastly, Severin dropped No Way Home by director Buddy Giovinazzo, who did Combat Shock. I've never heard of this movie at all. I know nothing about it. Here is the cover, and if they wanted to sell me on this movie, then I am not sold. That is probably the boringest, most lazy cover I have ever seen for a movie, and I'm way not interested in purchasing that whatsoever. But if you like this movie, then hey, awesome. I'm happy for you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it looks great. The film's gonna have commentary and a bonus CD soundtrack with, of course, the film soundtrack, which is great, and a whole bunch of interviews there. So if you're a fan of No Way Home, then you're in for a treat because it's features packed. There you have it, pal. That is the Severin Black Friday sale lineup. 7 films, 1 audiobook. In my opinion, it's very, very underwhelming. And that'll do it, Home Slice. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Severin Black Friday sale of 2020. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are going to pick anything up. I am very curious. Have you heard of these films before? Does this tickle your fancy, or do you think this is a hit and a miss for Black Friday sales? I know for a fact most of my money will be going to Vinegar Syndrome, but I will be stopping by Severin for Tales of the Uncanny for that so-called anthology box set that I'm making up in my mind. That's exactly what that is, instead of just a documentary with some superfluous anthologies, which to me is the real find there. Anyway, my friend, I hope this video has found you well. I'm not going to keep you too much longer because I appreciate your time and I appreciate you sharing that time with me. I hope this video has found you well. Please take care of yourself. This is your friendly neighborhood Master of Chaos. Remember, I love you, and I remain to be continued.